Welcome everyone to another video, and in this video we are going to be doing a Rainbow Cup practice with Gary Oak 620. This is his lineup: Mantine, Raichu, Charizard, Fortress, Kingdra, and Quagsire. And on my lineup I have Charizard, Quagsire, Fortress, Venusaur, Azumarill, and Exeggutor with Confusion. So when I first looked at this lineup, I thought like, okay, Quagsire is going to be super key against his team because Quagsire basically beats, under the right scenarios, beats 5 of his Pokemon. Hard counters for Raichu and for Charizard. Beats Fortress pretty reliably. Obviously, depending on shields and energy, all that stuff. Same thing with Mantine, and then Kingdra as well, depending on the shields. If I can land an Earthquake or hit it unshielded, it's going to do a ton of damage. On my side, obviously, I have to be very wary about using Fortress, Venusaur, and Exeggutor against his team because of Charizard, which is maybe one of the reasons I'm gonna probably swap out Exeggutor on my team, but we'll see. I don't have to worry too much about Raichu. Raichu obviously beats Azumarill and Charizard, but under the right scenarios, they can also beat Raichu. So I'm not too worried about that. The Kingdra will give my Venusaur and Alone Exeggutor, or not Alone Exeggutor, regular Exeggutor some troubles, and then it will obviously give a ton of trouble to Charizard. But Azumarill and Fortress should do really well against his Kingdra. So let's see how it plays out. I'm going to be starting off with this team here. Fortress, Azumarill, and Quagsire. I like this team comp. If obviously the electric in the back, I have Quagsire. But let's see what he starts off with. Fortress versus Mantine. This is not a favorable matchup for me. But I'm just going to play it out, see if I can base some shields, especially like so early in the meta. People aren't familiar with how quickly you can generate energy and whatnot. So he's going to hit me here with an Aerial Ace. And then he's using a wing attack Mantine there. So I'm going to hit Rock Tomb, see if he shields or not. It will like do about like 50% of the health. There's no stab. Same type of attack bonus on Fortress's Rock Tomb. It's so much energy too. So at this point in time, I'm like, I just got to get a charge move off, right? I'm not going to be able to survive to get this Rock Tomb. Hopefully I can get this Heavy Slam off. Maybe he'll think it's a Rock Tomb and burn another shield, and that's probably the most ideal situation for me. But nope, he just lets it go through, which makes sense. Obviously proper counting here. Looking back now, obviously I should have went for the Rock Tomb, but he might also did shield it or finish me off earlier because he has a ton of stacked energy right now. I'm not going to shield here. Whatever charge move Mantine has is not going to do a ton of damage. As you can see here, Aerial Ace, I expect him to do another one. I think Aerial Ace is 45 energy if I'm not mistaken. But again, like it's a pretty weak move. So here I'm going to go Ice Beam. Ice Beam is neutral because of Mantine's flying typing, then resisted from its water, but enough to do enough damage here. So he's going Fortress, which is a pretty hard counter to me. So I'm going to go switch out to Quagsire, try to get off some Stone Edges here. He immediately switches out to Kingdra, which is like, I'm trying to like burn his shield here. I'm actually really surprised that he didn't shield there. So it does take Kingdra a very long time. I think it's like cheapest charge move is like 60 energy. And Dragon Breath is a good move, but it's more about damage than it is about building up energy. So I was able to feign it down. And then here he has his Fortress. Stone Edge is going to be neutral because Steel resists, but weak to Bug. So Bug's weak to it, so it's going to do neutral damage. And at this point in time, I was like, oh man, he's like really like not wanting to get hit by a charge move. But this low health, I'm just gonna finish him off with fast moves, or shield here, and then I just finish him off with fast moves. This should be a Rock Tomb. Okay, I thought it was gonna be a Heavy Slam, because I'm like pretty low health, but he has almost no health, and and to be honest, he should have shielded one of the earlier attacks, but knowing that my Azumarill had some energy loaded, it might not have made a difference anyways. So there you go. I definitely would have been able to get off 2 Ice Beams before he would be able to get off another charge move, unless he chose to do 2 Heavy Slams. But I think he's carrying a Rock Tomb Earthquake variant, so obviously that's like at the cost of very high energy. So all right, so good first match. I'm gonna try the second team here. The second team is ultra weak to Charizard, so if he has Charizard in the back, then I'm gonna be really worried. He does have Mantine and Charizard, which serve like pretty similar purposes, but Mantine's more of a soft counter to grass Pokemon versus Charizard is a hard counter because it does double resist grass moves, and versus Mantine it's neutral because it's flying and water typing. So I did this video while at Tim Hortons waiting for while my car was getting detailed. So getting ready for some guests to come over from Germany and from France and from Poland and from Italy. So I'm gonna have a really busy next week. I'm hoping I could still post some videos for you guys, but obviously I'm going to go to Philadelphia, as some of you guys may know, to film an early tournament there. Okay, I liked a little bit. He was able to get like 1 or 2 mud shots here. I am going to try to piggyback off him. So here I am not going to shield. Okay, that's all right. And then immediately I'm going to go for this Earthquake. I didn't see his mud shot animation, so in theory I should have canceled it. And then I have a ton of energy built up. I thought about just trying to fade him down, but it's a little too risky here. I didn't want to get hit by another charge move. So he comes there. And I'm assuming he's just, wherever he's going to come in, he's just going to come fade me. But I'd rather have the switch advantage. And I was hoping to get another Stone Edge off. That would have been pretty amazing, but that's quite all right. So here I'm not in a good scenario at all. And I thought, like, okay, maybe I'll come in Venusaur. Venusaur does neutral damage on its Frenzy Plant. And Frenzy Plant's a very strong move, even when neutral. So I'm hoping to feint down his Mantine. I'm actually hoping he doesn't shield here, but he actually ends up shielding, which is definitely the right play, considering, like, okay, why would I come Venusaur? Clearly, Mantine is a counter to Venusaur. So what I try here, I think I just load up here, and then I switch, and then let's see what he does here. Okay, I am hitting this alone this right. I should have just went Heavy Slam, to be honest, because I think he was going to shield. I thought he was going to shield regardless, which he does, because Raichu's so squishy here. I think he tries to hit me with he's through the Wild Charge. So here I'm hoping to hit him with a charge move to feint him down, but no cigar right there. He hits with Brick Break, which makes sense. And then here, 1, 2, 3, 4. I should have did one more, or took the risk of getting hit by Brick Break, because I don't think that would have KO'd me, because I clearly didn't have enough energy here. I definitely would have been in KO range. So, you know, for me, that's just not counting properly or playing the end game properly, but really well played. GG there. So good match. It was a winnable match for me if I would have played it out correctly, but no cigar. So I am going to make adjustments here, I believe. So I lead with a Azumarill. I feel like pretty good. Azumarill has like very good matchups against his entire team, except for Raichu will give it some trouble. But let's see here what I go with. He has no grass, right? So my Quagsire is not as worried about his particular team. And then I'm going to come Azumarill, Fortress, and Quagsire. Again, Quagsire is going to be the key Pokemon against his team. It has very favorable matchups against his entire lineup. So Let's see here. Sorry, crack my neck here. Hopefully that didn't sound too disgusting for those watching. So, all right, giving him a minute to log in this video. So this is one of the comments that I should go back and kind of do this like playback version of it as opposed to real time. My real time thoughts. I do think my real time thoughts are more valuable because they kind of like understand the situation better, but obviously this is good for retrospect as well. So I don't mind this matchup. This is a good matchup for me. I ideally want to bait a shield with some ice beams, but here I kind of pulled the trigger a little too quickly, which is fine. Still gonna do a ton of damage here. And then he's gonna hit me with the aerial ace. So like pretty even. Let's see here. Okay, Steph trying to call me. And need her to decline the phone call there. And then here I tried to bait his shield. Think it's gonna be play rough to feign him. And he shields. Alright, that's perfectly fine. Hopefully I can get one more off. I'm pretty sure he had enough energy here, so I imagine he shields here. No, he doesn't. Alright, that's perfectly fine. I'm not going to shield here. His Mantine's very low on energy. And then here I kind of debate between the two. And no, not really debate that long. It's like Fortress go, I guess. It would take a couple mud shots to end him winning. So here I'm just going to build up a little bit of energy here. And then here I'm hoping that he has Stone Edge. And then I just switched into a Stone Edge. But he actually has Acid Spray. So now I know his moveset combination is Acid Spray Earthquake, which is interesting. And then here I feel pretty good. Not sure he's going to shield. He didn't shield last time. So I'm hoping I catch him with his Earthquake, which I do. And that's going to do a ton of damage to his Kingdra. And as you can see there, doing a ton. I'm going to shield here. Just because I'm so close to the charge move here. And then here I'm just going to click Earthquake here, hoping to bait the shield. I could have went for Earthquake anyways, but it was a little too close. So, and he ends up fainting me down here. I know he has Acid Spray and Earthquake. So here I choose not to shield because if I end up shielding the Acid Spray, then I'm going to be in huge trouble. This is okay for me still. Mudshot doesn't do a ton of damage to me. And I just need to shield the next charge move. These Mudshots would hurt a lot more. He ends up lagging a little bit here. But looks like he was trying to click the charge move. Anyway, so. And I would have been fine here. These Mudshots are not doing almost any damage. So GG there. So good third match. So I'm feeling pretty good about my team. I know I don't like how weak I am to Charizard, but you know, could play that to my advantage or play in my opponent's head. We'll see. I want to try out some other confusion users like Slowpoke or Slowbro, Venomoth. Venomoth would run into the same problem though. So here I lead with Exeggutor because I'm like, what am I using Exeggutor for again? Like, Exeggutor has favorable matchups against Raichu, especially since I know it has Brick Break. Has probably okay matchup. Probably has like okay matchup against Quagsire and Kingdra. Probably has very negative matchups with Fortress and Mantine. So like 3 Pokemon like really hard counter it, and then one I think it beats pretty easily, which is Raichu, and it probably has okay matchups against Kingdra and Quagsire. Under the right play, could probably come out on top against those 2 Pokemon, especially if I get able to land a Seed Bomb against Quagsire. It's going to be lights out for it. So let's see here. Starts off with Kingdra. As you can see here, here's the contrast. Because Confusion was basically made as like a 4 times slower version, but 4 times more damage and energy. You can see here I'm just like chunking energy versus like this Kingdra is consistently bringing down energy. So here I think the Seed Bomb would have been pretty close to fainting in, but here I'm totally fine because I know I have a Azumarill, so he's built up a ton of energy, enough for a Hydro Pump. So here I come in, I'm not going to shield, even though this Hydro Pump is going to do like pretty decent amount of damage here. I'm just going to farm up this damage energy a little bit. Obviously I resist the Dragon Breaths a lot. It's still doing a lot of damage here. I probably could have like farmed it all the way down, but I also have to like be careful of like not getting hit by an Outrage, which would have been like okay as well. So, but here it comes with Raichu, and then here I'm gonna build up a little bit of energy here, and then I think he switches, so he has a ton of energy built up, and then here I like this matchup. I do have to execute 2 Stone Edges to KO it. So there's the first Stone Edge to get the shield, and then let's see here. This is where if you're like an Acid Spray user, you could definitely take advantage. So I do Stone Edge on this second move here. All right, we're going Stone Edge. We're waiting. We're lagging. And I hit the Stone Edge. I know I have to hit 1 more in order to be in a good position. Okay, he's a little bit lagged here, so I let him get 2 wing attacks there, and then I hit it with a Stone Edge. And then feint it. And then here, I just need to do enough damage. I'm not going to shield here. Technically, I could have shielded here, but I know that I have enough energy here, and then I could shield here. He wild charges, and then I get a Play Rock to finish it off. So feeling pretty good about that matchup there. I think we do 1 more match. I like how Azumarill plays in some of my early practice so far, but obviously, like if someone brings Lantern, it's gonna be difficult. I don't know. I have Venusaur and Alone Exeggutor. Not Alone Exeggutor. I don't like you say Exeggutor as potential counters for it. So here I come Quagsire, Fortress, Venusaur, and see how that plays out. Venusaur I like against Raichu, Quagsire, and then I do like it when shields are up, match up against Kingdra. And then it's still okay matchup against Mantine. Ends up winning the 2 shield, but you at least burn 2 shields. So it's trade off. Let's see here. Last battle. Come on, Gary Oak. Yeah, let me know in the comments what modifications you think I should make to my team. I didn't play Charizard at all. Charizard wasn't really good against this team. If he had like a grass user, then obviously that would be better. So I hit the Stone Edge here. I know if he comes too early, it's going to be Heavy Slam. So here I quickly look at my team, see what other options I have. I figured at this point in time, it's been like so long that he has Earthquake. So I shield here, and then I go for the Stone Edge here. And at this point in time, I know he's running a Rock Tomb Earthquake variant. So here he elects to, which is interesting. So here, again, I'm not in a great situation here. I also like my Quagsire in other matches as well. So I actually think I choose to switch. I can't remember. Yeah, I choose to switch because I like my Quagsire in other situations as well, especially late game. Be able to click that Earthquake against Kingdra or Raichu, or do the Stone Edge against Charizard. but he's choosing not to switch right now, which is interesting. He gets Aerial Ace. He has 1 shield left. So I'm going to hit this Desperation Rock Tomb here, hoping to get a shield. He doesn't shield, which is fine. So I'm not going to shield here. I'm going to let this faint down my fortress. Unfortunately, doesn't faint down my fortress almost. So I do a little bit more damage on it. And then I think I come in with Venusaur. We'll see here. Almost for sure Venusaur. And then here, I'm going to let him hit me with an Aerial Ace. It's going to do a lot of damage, but I'm hoping to feint him down with just Vine Whips and then build up a ton of energy with my Venusaur. And then I know he has 1 shield, so I'm hoping to hit 2 Frenzy Plants here on whatever's left. So he comes Raichu, definitely has a shield here. And then I immediately switch to Quagsire. I know I have a shield left, so I'm going to be able to click Earthquake here. He's clearly going for a Wild Charge. Brick Break might have been better. He actually is probably like at the Brick Break energy level. So GG there. You know, some like glaring weaknesses on my team that I need to fix and to change. But let me know in the comment section below what changes I should make to my team, and I'll see everyone in the next video.